Hello, and I'm Dr. Roger Hutchins with Vineyard Harvester School of Ministry under Vineyard Harvester Bible College and Bible School and Seminary. And I have with me one of our students that is coming. We're in our last quarter of our one-year program for School of Ministry. And wanted to talk to, this is actually Dr. Juanita Hoke. And she's been well, I'll let you tell a little bit about your background. And where I'm going with this is I just want to talk a little bit about why somebody with your background would be interested in coming to a year of School of Ministry.
Well, what really prompted me to do this is I've always been active in the church, and I had been, when I joined Cedar Lake, I had been with the HEPS ministry, and because of some medical problems with my knees, I could not participate in that, so I became a bench member, as I'll coin the phrase, and I am not that type of person, so it began to bother me, and then I thought, well, something to come up, and I had this little nudging, like the Lord was saying, you're more than a bench member.
Yeah.
And I ignored it for a while, but you know the Lord, He's persistent, and when He wants you to do something, He does not stop. So this particular Sunday, I had been nudged and nudged and nudged, and I said, okay, Lord, I found something to do. Well, Dr. Hutchins announced the School of Ministry, and I thought, that's it. He said, anyone who's interested, come to the Northex. I did that, and now I'm about finished with the first year of School of Ministry.
Amen.
And I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
Well, we certainly have enjoyed Dr. Hoke's. In fact, you got your doctorate about the same time you started the School of Ministry, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, at first I was a little intimidated because having a doctor in my class, somebody with a educational background. But then, Dr. Hoke, you've been such a joy to be in the class and to teach, and you know, there's a saying that the teacher always learns the most, and I've learned through these students, Dr. Hoke and others that have come into the class, and we're church members together, and also now she's going to be teaching actually in our school this coming quarter. So tell me some of the highlights of the year, some of the things that maybe you can think of that have been meant something to you.
Okay, what has meant? Actually, I've enjoyed all the courses with Dr. Varner's series of books. I've learned a lot. I have, it has corrected some of my teachings. My background is Baptist, and when I first came to Cedar Lake, I had to unlearn what I had learned in the Baptist church. Not that it was negative or anything. It's just that my learning has increased, and I have appreciated Dr. Hutchins and Cheryl, and you've been fantastic. I've learned. You made it easy. I wasn't intimidated, but I've always been a little standoffish until I really learned people and their sincerity, and you two have been quite sincere in your teaching. Your lives exemplify what you teach, and you really, you're real, you're honest, you're sincere, you're very open with your life, and I've learned, and your life has really made you who you are, and I admire you, and I admire Cheryl. You're both fantastic, and one of the main highlights that I've enjoyed is the last class, the leadership class. Before I went to University of Phoenix, I never considered myself as a leader. But people saw in me leadership abilities. And there were times when I was a middle school classroom teacher, I would get the opportunities. People would come to me, don't you want to be over the National Honor Society? Do you want to be leader? So I've always been in a leadership role, but I honestly never considered myself a leader. And when I went to University of Phoenix, that part of that mission statement was to make leaders. Yeah. So once you finish, you were a leader, and I thought, I'm not a leader. That was my thinking, and as I took the classes in the program and all the descriptions, I was doing what leaders do. And this last class has really been a very good class. So I would encourage anyone to come take the class, get to know Dr. Hutchins, get to know Cheryl. You would not be sorry. They're fantastic people, fantastic instructors. And I've really enjoyed it. I've learned a lot.
Well, thank you, Dr. Hoke. I appreciate you taking the time to come and do this. We just got through with class, and I had told Dr. Hoke last week to, if she didn't mind, to do this interview. Let me speak to you just a moment. You know, you may be one of those people that may be feeling like you're just a bench warmer, but there's more in you. And if there is, we're dedicated to helping bring out that leadership ability in you, and ministry. You know, your heartbeat may be more than what you're doing, or you may be looking for and saying, is there more than what I'm doing? And I believe God caused us and told us to start this school of ministry to help people discover that there is more in them and a better way. So if you're there, that person that's sitting there saying there's more in me than just warming the bench, then let me encourage you, call us 770-249-0062 and talk to us about the School of Ministry, and let us help you reach your potential in God. Thanks again, Dr. Hoke, for being with us, and thanks for being a part of the school of ministry.
Sure, I've enjoyed it.
Away all our diseases. He